So I'm going to go ahead and get rid of this, make some room on the board to talk about deep bed systems. So the deal with a deep bed system is it's literally filled with loose adsorbent media, right? So we take boxes or big bulk sacks and we drop it into the system and it's filled and it's held in place by screens of some sort, all right? As opposed to a cassette, like a side access system that has a cassette that goes in that has a fixed amount of media and a fixed structure to it. So why do we have all these different designs of equipment? Well, let's talk about that. So there's kind of two different directions of airflow for a deep bed scrubber. So if we have a vertical flow system, usually we'll have one screen here. So this, let's call this a round tank, right? It's got an outlet up top. It's got an inlet over here coming into it. And then the media is filled in this area, okay? So this is called a vertical flow because the air is going in a vertical direction, okay? Now, it's typically in an up direction, okay? The air comes in the bottom and out out the top. But it's not always that way. I'll mention to you, it's typically in an up direction. But we'll discuss why we might go in a down direction in some cases and things. But let's just talk about this. So the drum scrubber it's a vertical upflow design, and the VBS is a vertical. Either it's typically upflow or downflow. Okay. So, what's the advantage of? Okay. So, what's the difference between a drum scrubber and a VBS? Okay. Well, really, the only difference is in a VBS we have a blower that's in front of the unit, blowing air into it and coming out the top. Okay? On a drum scrubber, we put the blower on top and it pulls. It's the same kind of design, and it pulls the air through this way. Okay? So what's the difference? It's all based on cost, okay? A drum scrubber is a low-cost unit, and that blower goes up on top is typically a small blower. And the reason, and we offer this in four sizes for the drum scrubber: 100, 300, 500, and 1,000 CFM, cubic feet per minute of airflow. Okay? The drum scrubber is kind of our economy unit. It's small, it's compact. We've done everything we can to reduce the cost in it as much as possible, so that if the customer wanted to order on a credit card or something like that, it's that unit. It is what we would call kind of a non-engineered unit. We don't offer a whole lot of options. It's pretty much a standard product. We offer a few little options here and there. Now, why don't we make a drum scrubber in higher than 1,000 CFM? Because that blower gets so big and heavy that it's just not practical to deal with it up on top of the unit. Okay, it would crack the top of the unit, or at the very if nothing else. See, the customer has to take the blower off to take the lid off the unit in order to get to the media. So taking that blower off would just be too big a task to go from there. So that's why we offer the drum scrubber. It's kind of easy to work on. Up to 1,000 CFM, we could put a blower on top that isn't too heavy, that you can manage to get off. And it's real simple to work with. Drum scrubber is always an upflow direction. Okay? So now we've got the VBS. Oh, and I should mention to you, for a drum scrubber, we can still do things like put a mist and grease filter on the inlet of it. Okay, here, this is a mist and grease filter. I'll talk about that in a little more detail later. but we can still give the option of a mist and grease filter to capture any kind of crud in the air to get into the unit. So we still offer that as an option. In fact, for us, it should be a standard option. We should include it unless the customer specifically says, do not give me that. Okay, because this affects the performance of the system a lot. A lot of customers think that they don't have to worry about a mist and grease filter, and then find out later on that they do, and then they kind of are unhappy. So it's just a cheap thing to put on there, and we should talk the customer into it. When I say that, we don't want to give it away, but if a customer orders something and he doesn't order the drum scrubber, we need to really, he doesn't order the mist eliminator, we really need to call them out and say, listen, we strongly recommend that you add this to your order here. We think that there's going to be negative effects on the performance, and you're going to be a lot better off if you include this. So we can put that in the submittal. Okay, so that's the drum scrubber.